Today's a recording day, and that means everything behind me is going to turn into a studio.
Kirkland Islay single malt Scotch whiskey. We got this on our Costco trip recently, and a couple people asked for a review. I kind of had the idea I was going to do a vlog on it. I'm going to cut myself. That's why I'm peeling this off. These things always kind of scare me. There we go. Get rid of that. Okay, you ready? I love that sound. I don't know why. I love the sound of the cork pop. It just works for me. So right away. Oh, I heard this was very, very peaty. That's what I've been told. I'm doing just a small pour. Okay, this is matured in oak casks. It is 50% alcohol by volume, so it's 100 proof. Sweet, this is higher proof stuff. I like that. I'm doing it in a Glencairn glass too, because that way you can do the swirl thing like this. And you can get all the vapors to come up and do it the right way. And I like to use both nostrils. They can sometimes be a little bit different. Like my left one's a little sweeter today. Okay, on the nose, it's got a really lovely smell. It's very Islay, but overly peated? I don't think so. I think my Ardbeg 10 has more of a peat nose. It's very pleasant. The alcohol is not even as strong as I would have expected it to be for 50 proof. That's interesting. So I'm just going to take a little taste. Okay, this is peaty. Yeah, on the taste, it's much more peaty than it is on the nose, which not sure how they accomplished that. All right. But what I'm getting right away, it's a very strong flavor, which I like that. This is aggressive. It's rich. It's got a lot of good mouthfeel. So there's that. The burn of the alcohol is actually helping the flavor ever so slightly. Definitely get like the smoky wood burning fire, a little bit of like an old leather chair. Easiest way to describe that. So think about you're sitting in an old leather chair that's a little too close to a wood burning stove. And over the years, it might have gotten a little bit too warm. So it kind of charred just ever so slightly. That's kind of what I'm getting. Ooh, so rich. So this is excellent whiskey. Wow, this is really good. If you like Islay, by the way, it's pronounced Islay. I-S-L-A-Y is Islay. If you say Islay or Islay, we can't be friends anymore. I need another sip. If you like Islay whiskey, I think you would like this. If you've never had Islay whiskey, it's an experience. It's a lot different than other whiskeys that you might have tried. It is a type of Scotch, and there's no peat in it, okay? Let me explain how it becomes peated Scotch. What they actually do is they have to dry the grains, okay? Once they're sprouted, they have to stop let me back up. To make whiskey, they take grains, usually barley, and in this case it is barley because this is a single malt. So they take barley, they let them sprout. They start to just germinate a little bit. Then they have to stop that process, okay? Because otherwise it'll chew up all the sugars that are in the grains. So to do that, they use fire, and the smoke and the heat just slightly roasts the barley until it stops germinating. Well, in this case, they burn peat. At least some of it is peat that is burned underneath the grains to stop the germination process, stop them from growing. So in doing that, some of that smoky, peaty flavor gets into the grain itself, so when it's fermented, then distilled, that flavor comes through. Many people love it. Some people actually can't stand it. I personally think it's amazing. It's like one of the best things ever because it's such an unexpected beverage, okay? But the idea that they throw peat right into the Scotch is just wrong. They don't do that. Okay, back to the Scotch. The notes I'm getting. There's a toffee. There's a caramel in there. I'm even getting just a hint of like a vanillin flavor that's coming through. You can definitely taste the oak barrel aging. I mean, it's probably, yeah, oak casks. It's probably American oak because most Scotch is actually matured in American oak, believe it or not. Spent bourbon barrels sometimes. But in this case, I'm getting the oak. It's adding a really nice tannic effect to this, giving an extra level of richness to it. But the oak is balanced with the peat so nicely that this isn't like that crazy hot peat. It's not offensively peat. However, it's strong. This is on the strong side for peat, but I love it. If I had to put this into a category with other brands, it's kind of a cross between Cal Ela and Ardbeg. I would say if you took 40% Ardbeg 10, 40% Cal Ela 12, and then the rest, just a little bit of Lagavulin 16, and mix that together. That's pretty much what this tastes like. I don't know offhand who makes this, which distiller makes this. They don't like to tell you that kind of thing. There's probably rumors out there, and somebody can probably tell me. But wow, the Kirkland Signature Islay Single Malt, I mean, it stands up to some of the more expensive stuff that I've had. You know, easily stands up to the $80 and $100 bottles. It's that kind of good. So that's going to be the end of my vlog for today.